Good evening, folks. You're tuned in to WVLP, and I'm your host, the illustrious one, Doc Sigma. Tonight, as always, we'll be bringing you nothing but the smoothest classic Let's Play videos for your listening and viewing pleasure. Enough of that. Okay, we're here in Soleil, video 7. We just killed the octopus and we're back here in an enemy beach town. And now that we've got the penguin, let's leave the town. And unfortunately we have to go through the beach level again before we can get back to the world map. Because remember that thing I said about once you complete a dungeon or a map or whatever, you can skip over it on the world map? Well, it doesn't apply here. It doesn't apply to an enemy beach for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, it's a short enough area. Whoa, hole. I fell into a clam hole. But yeah, it doesn't apply here, but that's okay, because I mean, it's just a really short little beach. And I went the wrong way. I'm talking about what a short, easy place this is, and I get lost. That's classic. So here we are back on the world map. There's really only one other way to go that we haven't been yet, and that's up here to Hot Daisy. Now, you remember someone a while ago mentioned a town called Iris. That's where we're actually going to be headed. And unfortunately, Iris is a people town. And Hot Daisy is the surface of an active volcano, and this is actually a really fast-moving area. So let's hope we can keep up. Oh, and those fire snakes are really annoying. Because they're really hard to kill, they are really hard to dodge, and they do a lot of damage, and you have to keep moving here, because you have to dodge the fire snakes, and you have to dodge the... And if you fall in the lava, 1 point of damage, just like falling in the water. See, we wouldn't have been able to do that if we didn't have the penguin with us, so that's why we would have been stuck. Holy crap, there's too many of them. Oh no. You know, I probably should have rented a cat back at an enemy beach town, but I didn't. So TS. Tough shit to me. And to you if I die. But then again, I did make a rule that if I die, you're never gonna see the video. Yes. Bringing professionalism to my videos. Professionalism? In Doc Sigma's LPs? It's more likely than you think. Would mean if it's likely at all, then it has to be by definition. So I hope you can kind of figure out what's going on here. We use the blocks to block those first two fire thingies, and then we just kind of sneak past this one. Oh! Damn, I hate those fire snakes. They are so hard to kill, and they are so hard to dodge. And I am so running out of health. But that's okay. You know why it's okay? Because... little dead end there, isn't that nice and pointless? We're not at the end yet, folks. Another crumbling bridge, more fire snakes! We've completed Hot Daisy, which means we never have to do it again. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back to an enemy beach town, and I'm going to rent the cat again for a 50-mile-in. But that's kind of a pointless little side trip, so I'm going to do that on my own time. I'll be right back. Time for Burn Daisy. Oop, can't make that jump, trust me. And our ice sword won't do anything like it did before, because remember before, there was a little lava geyser that was able to be turned to ice. That was just a little lava pond. Yeah. So whereas Hot Daisy was on the outside of the volcano, Burn Daisy is inside it. And the mood here isn't nearly as tense as it was out there. Because out there in Hot Daisy, it was like really fast. Like, you gotta move, you gotta move, you gotta run. You gotta run or those friggin' fire things will get you. But in here, you can tell that it's a parody. Well, not a parody. It's the same song, but a lot more mellow. But I'm just running around here to show you that, you see, Even the ground here is unstable. If you walk over the same spot too many times, the floor will turn into lava. And of course, if you walk on a floor that's turned into lava, well, that's really not the best thing in the world to do. And another thing you have to deal with is these blocks with the fire inside them. The idea is to not do what I just did, basically. Gosh, you'd think I'd never played this game before. I am just lost. I really don't think those stairs are the ones I want to take. I really don't. Oh, they are! They are! Don't know what I was thinking. Yep, this is the way to go. Yep, that's the way to go, right into the lava. That's what you gotta do. I was so averse to taking those stairs because in the back of my head I was saying, you know, this is a really big dungeon. It's really easy to get lost here. They would not just hand you the stairs. And I just fucked up that again, didn't I? Look at that. Those little puzzles to trap the flames. If you win, you don't take damage. If you lose, you take damage. It's very simple. You know, I've always wondered, you know, I mean, just about any video game is pretty much required to have a fire stage, or a lava stage, or a volcano stage, you know, someplace where it's really hot. If this really is like the inside of a volcano and there's actual lava flowing all over the place, I mean, let's just set aside for a second the fact that falling into lava does as much damage as falling into water. Although I guess you could argue that falling into water represents drowning, and the point of damage just represents that you're getting a do-over. But wouldn't the heat be so hot that... it's so hot... Ah, forget it. You can't think... Logic has to be thrown to the wind. You have to suspend your disbelief. I mean, I've got a floating penguin and a floating dog following me. Hey, hello, Mr. Gremlin on a magic carpet. Can't get to you right now, but maybe sometime later I'll be able to. That is a spoiler, by the way. In case you didn't know it. I have a very subtle feeling that we'll be back to this cave. And here's a free bag of money, so I might as well take it. It required no effort. What's that? They would bother to put that there, and then they would bother to have the narration describe it? Must be something important about it. Okay, I've only got... We're at the boss already, folks. I've only got 1 minute to beat him. Can I do it? Now, this boss is actually really clever. It's kind of neat. It's basically like they do the shell game on crack. You see how one of those guys was flashing? He's the one you have to hit once they all stop moving. If you hit any of the others, you suffer damage, and he doesn't suffer damage. If you hit the right one, he suffers damage. And that's that. He says boing before dying. Get more health, yay. And... what's that? Oh my god, he had an animal in his tummy. We now have another member of our party, Ciel, the flying squirrel. And where do we go now? It's not too obvious, but you leave down here. And that is that. Well, we've made it to the town of Iris, but I'm really running overtime here, so I'm gonna have to cut this off. This is Doc Sigma for Let's Play Soleil. See you next time!